This is a tutorial on designing a button. And I have in the assignment, Let's Make a Button, I've got some downloadable files. You can see that I've got a button template. I'm also going to upload a video so you can go reference that if you get confused or turned around. But if you go and open this button template, you just click on it. And just like every other download, if you don't see the little download icon here, you'll have to go into more options, open a new window, and then download it. Once you download it, it's going to go into this little downloads icon, and you have this EPS file. The EPS file means it is something that you just click on and open, which I'm doing right now, and it will open it up in Adobe Illustrator, and it'll be ready to use. The first thing I want to show you is it could be a little confusing when we look at this because we have the pink outline, which is the cut line. So with the button press, there is like a little punch, and that punch will cut out the right size circle for whatever button you're using. And so that pink line represents where the button is getting cut. Then the second line is the bleed line. I'll just zoom in. The bleed line represents, the sheet of paper that the button's getting printed on. There's a little area that gets folded over behind the little aluminum top. And so that paper gets folded behind, which means if you have any design in between the green and the pink area, it's going to get folded and hidden. And then you have the blue line, which is the image area. So if you want a piece of your design to show without a doubt, it needs to live inside of that blue dotted line. That's not to say that it won't show in between the blue and the green. That's just in between the area where it's like the danger. That's the splash zone per se, which means you have a chance of any design in between those two areas to kind of get lost hidden behind as it folds around the back side of the button. And then all of these are on a layer. So if you don't see your layers in your layers panel, you go to window to layers, you kind of see it, and you can just toggle those off. So I'll just turn off the eyeball on the imprint area, and then you can see that is where your design is going to live. So these are going to be yours. You can take them and use them however you wish. If you accidentally leave those on, I have it set up to where it's not going to print anything inside of this layer. So I guess, let's see, let's make sure we'll lock that too. So I don't want you using this layer. I want you using layer 1 for your design, and we'll go over that in class. I've got it defined here. Image area is the front of the button. The bleed line is where it curls around the side of the back of the button. And the cut line is where it's going to cut. I've got some samples here too, so you can kind of see it. Of course, my cut lines went away. Where did those go? I'll have to put those bleed lines back in there. But basically, we're talking scale. I don't even have that in there. Now let me go to the original one. So there's the original one. Okay, so in my template here, you can see, hey, thumbs up means this is looking good. That means you see this this is the cut line, the image area. Image area right here that's in blue. You can see that the design is just peeking out the tops and sides of where that lives. And I know that when I make the button, all of that's going to live there and it's not going to get folded away. Whereas if I make the design as big as the button, I'm going to lose some of that area on the top of the pen, the heart, and the lettering. So we definitely don't want to do that. Additionally, if you are doing a photo, you want to make sure that you are taking the design all the way to the edge. Even though, yes, we're probably going to lose some of his top of his hair and, down underneath his little track suit. But I don't want you to mask your design to the imprint area or image area, because then, you have this big old area here. The bleed line sits about halfway between. So you're going to have a white ring around your button, unless, of course, that's what you want. But in most cases, filling the page up with the photo is going to be your best option. So I'll fix that on that template, so you have that as a guide. And then you can see the last thing is you can see that I have all of my design masked off into the center area. So make sure you're masking and you're not just having the design go beyond the cut file. And again, we'll go over that all in class, but that is it. Okay, have fun.